What is up, everybody? We are back. It has been far too long without a video. We've just been off to the races in 2024. We've got a condo remodel going on in Estero. With my partner, John Huffman, we picked up another condo remodel in South Naples. So I've just been juggling, keeping things moving. We've been preparing for February 7th, Mind Your Business. Volume 2, we're going to be out at the Luminary Hotel, and I'm going to give my testimony about what it's been like running my business, building my business, working with John, having him as a mentor and a coach, and moving the ball forward. But I wanted to jump on here because this year I want to bring you guys better videos, more in-depth videos like I did in the beginning, where I'm sitting down and I'm talking about a specific subject and I have points that I want to talk about. We'll also do those just checking in videos like this one, but I want to make sure that I'm putting out content that is helpful to people. And one of those subjects is obsessive compulsive disorder. As I said, I want to go over all of those videos again and give a new update on all of those specific situations and how I'm dealing with them today with the new insight that I have today. So we'll be doing that this year. But today I think I want to talk about what is OCD. What is really going on in your brain? Is it just somebody who has to have all things orderly? Or what really is OCD? Because I think that OCD is a term that's thrown out to a lot of people whenever they're doing something quirky or specific. They say, oh, that's just my OCD. And, you know, that just might be an obsession that you have. But true OCD is something a little bit different than that. So I'm going to give my take on what OCD is with the knowledge and experience that I have with it. So obsessive compulsive disorder. What this is a misfiring of the amygdala in your brain that sends out the fight or flight response. And what will happen is whatever your specific trigger is, let's just say that your trigger is contamination. I use that one a lot because it's very easy to understand. So whenever you do something, for instance, pumping a gas pump, where you think that gas pump could have been dirty, that gas pump could have contaminated you with some sort of illness or some sort of disease. What happens is you have the obsession, the trigger, spikes the amygdala. The amygdala will send out an alert signal to the body that there is danger in this situation. Then what people with OCD do is they then go on a cycle of compulsions that help them feel better about the situation. So for instance, you go pump your gas. After you pump your gas, you jump in your car. You get a spike of anxiety that now your hands are contaminated, and you know, if you don't wash your hands with scalding hot water 3 times in a row, that you now have coronavirus on your hands. And so people will stop what they're doing and they will go on sometimes hour rituals where they're washing their hands, cleaning everything they touched, ruminating, thinking back, did I touch my face? Do I need to wash my face? Did I touch that pen? I need to clean that pen. And this can be debilitating for people. And the problem is we do these things, these compulsions, the hand washing, the cleaning, to help us feel better, to reassure us that we're okay. But all you're doing is you're enforcing to the brain that this was the proper response to send, that there was danger in this situation, because now the host, we are now doing things to prevent the problem that is sent. So you're just telling your brain that it was a correct response. It sends you a signal, then you respond to the signal and you go and you do these things. And all your brain and body knows is that the signal was sent, and now he's doing the thing that we sent the signal in order for him to do. And it's just this vicious cycle. Then finally you'll calm down, then something else will happen. You'll be at Walmart and you're pushing your cart, and you look down and there's like a little red mark on it. Now you think, oh no, there's a red mark there. I have a cut on my finger. That could be blood. That blood could be contaminated. Now I'm contaminated. Now your brain has sent you a signal. Now you go on this journey of whatever it is that you do, maybe you go get a blood test, maybe you start searching the internet to get reassurance that you're okay. Now your brain knows, okay, this was also a good signal to send. We sent the signal and it triggered our host to go do those things. So you're just reinforcing this, and the proper thing to do is to do nothing about these situations. Now, you can pump your gas and decide that, hey, I want to use hand sanitizer. I do that all the time. But only put the hand sanitizer on once. And then let it be. And show the brain, hey, there's no danger in this situation. Or when you're pushing your cart and you see a little red stain, look at your hands, wipe them off. There's nothing on your hands anyway, so there's nothing more that we need to do. But it's when we engage in these compulsions is when we're reinforcing this cycle, and it's just going to go like this. You're going to get the trigger, you're going to have the anxiety, you're going to do the compulsions, the anxiety will come down, then you'll be triggered again, and you'll just be stuck in this loop. And it isn't until you break that cycle and you stop doing the compulsions that the brain will learn over time that there's no danger in these situations. And for people like me, I've had OCD my whole life. So my brain likes to send that trigger warning. But what will happen is I'll get that spike, and then I'll do nothing for a short period of time, and then the spike will come down, and the anxiety within a couple minutes will go away. But it didn't start doing that until I went through exposure response prevention, which is to not do anything about the compulsions that compulsions that you're having. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. I hope if you're searching OCD and wondering, like, what is this? How do I deal with this? That you found my channels. You can go back. You can look at the older videos. From in the very beginning when I started this channel, there's some really good insight on OCD and the different subsets and the different obsessions. And I will keep doing these videos, but let's just recap. What is obsessive compulsive disorder? It's a misfiring of the amygdala in your brain of the fight or flight response. So what happens is we have these things that we're obsessed about. Maybe it's contamination, maybe it's repetitions, maybe it's that you're going to cause harm to somebody. There's so many different subsets. So whatever that is, you then get a spike of anxiety, a situation happens that causes that spike. Then you go on a cycle of compulsions that help you feel better, whether they be hand washing, whether it's they're basically just seeking reassurance. You seek reassurance that you're okay. You reassure yourself everything's fine. You might talk to other people. You might post on Facebook anonymously about a situation. Whatever you're doing to reassure yourself that everything is okay, you're just training the brain that this was a good response to continue to send these responses, because there was in fact danger in this situation. If there wasn't, the host wouldn't be doing all of these things. So if you're in the very beginning of OCD, just do your best to put some time between when you have the anxiety spike to when you start doing the compulsions. The more time you can put in between it, the less your brain feels that this is a strong response that it should be continuing to send. Now, I'm not a licensed therapist. I've had OCD my entire life. I battle with it almost daily. I do have a bachelor's degree in psychology, but again, I'm not a therapist. This is not a guide to treatment. This is not medical advice. This is just my anecdotal experience growing up, living with OCD, being in therapy, and how I deal with it today. I hope this helps everybody. Like always, like this video so other people can find it. Leave me a comment of a specific question you might have about an OCD video that I can do. And like always, hit that subscribe button. I'm sorry it's been a little while since I've been on here. We've got some big things coming. I love you all. Peace.